Okay, since we're in Quasar, we're in ISO. I thought I'd hop on here and tell you guys a story that I've been meaning to tell you for a little while. So basically, a couple of months ago, Danny, who's my manager, reaches out to me and she goes, "T, my dude, I have the sickest opportunity of our entire careers thus far." And I'm like, "Oh my God, what?" And she says, she's like, "You'll never guess who I had a phone call with today. Like, there's no ways you're going to be able to guess." And I'm running through, my mind is running a million miles a minute. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not trying to brag, but I was DMing with Justin Bieber the day before about something else, right? And so, like, we're not working together. It was just like a random thing. We were just chatting. And so I was like ready to be gagged and gooped by like the biggest star in the world. You know what I'm saying? Um, anyway, she goes, "I had a phone call today with something even bigger, Greta Thunberg's dad. Like, Save the Planet, climate change Greta. Her father and I spoke on the phone today." And I was like, "Well, what did you talk about?" And she's like, "Greta is a huge fan, and Greta is working on this thing called Stars Save the Earth." My immediate reaction was like, okay, maybe that doesn't translate into English, right? Because that sounds kind of weird. Like, we should workshop the name a little bit. But she's doing all of this crazy shit. Like, they sent us her to-do list, which literally looked like something like, it looked like Barack Obama's to-do list. It was like, go swimming with sharks with Leo DiCaprio, save the animals in Africa with Prince Harry. Like, all of this wild, wild shit that I was like, oh my God, this girl is so inspiring. And I'm like, and now she wants to work with me. That's crazy. Anyways, so Danny's like, "I had this amazing call. Like, this is the best thing that could ever happen to us. We actually get to make a difference right now. This is the power of music, blah, 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 blah." And she's like, "Is it okay if I give Greta your phone number and Greta can reach out and you guys can talk direct about like what's the best way to do all this?" And so I was like, "Of course, 100%. Anyways, I get a text from her and she's like, "Greta's number." And she puts it there. And I'm like, oh my God. I copy this number, paste it into my phone, I save it, Greta Thunberg. And I'm so stoked. And I message her on WhatsApp and I say, "Hey Greta, this is Troye Sivan. I just wanted to say I'm so inspired by your work. Like, I think you're the coolest thing ever. If there's any way that I can be of any service, please let me know." Um, Time goes by, she doesn't reply, but like the rest of the day goes by or whatever. And then I get this call from Danny, and she's like, "T, I have a bad feeling." And I'm like, "What?" Danny's boyfriend is Swedish, right? And she and her boyfriend Oscar were sitting on the couch, and she's telling Oscar, she's like, "Oh my God, I had this crazy call with Greta Thunberg's dad this morning." Um, and she's like, "Yeah, but his English is really, really bad." And Oscar, being a Swede, was like, "No, it's not." And Danny's like, "No, I spoke to him on the phone today. No, like, it's really bad. He has really bad English." And Oscar's like, "No, he doesn't." They go on YouTube and they start searching for YouTube interviews of Greta Thunberg's dad. And they listen to these interviews and Danny's just like, "That is not the voice that I heard on the phone today." And Oscar's like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "I don't know. That's just not the person." So Danny texts me and she's like, "T, I don't know how to tell you this, but I think we got catfished by a fake Greta Thunberg." Now, I died laughing. Like, to me, this was the most hysterical thing. Not that, like that is the best plan ever. Whoever thought of that is absolutely genius. But also, the fact that my ego was big enough to be like, "Yeah, Greta Thunberg, like, 100% just like wants to chill. She's a big fan. We're gonna save the planet together. This is gonna be fucking sick." It just completely, completely mortified me and made me want to die, and also made me like cry laughing. And then the story ends. Well, then I didn't text her back, right? Because Greta replied to me. My phone goes like, "Greta Thunberg," and it says this little message or whatever. Um, and then I didn't reply to her for a few days. A few days later, I get this message: "So, how are you?" From, again, Greta Thunberg. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Now, a couple of weeks ago, I saw this headline: Prince Harry got completely, completely pranked by the same people. Turns out it's these Russian hackers that did this like elaborate scheme. They got Bernie Sanders, they got Prince Harry, they almost got me. They didn't get me, they got Danny. But yeah, these like Russian hackers totally have my phone number and are going around pretending to be Greta Thunberg. That's the end of the story.